Old Dominion lead guitarist Brad Tursi discusses his very first solo project, and I believe the first member to go into a solo project today on the Music Universe podcast. You know, buddy, you can't listen to country music without encountering and listening to, and in my case, when you go see as many shows as I do, seeing Old Dominion. They are just quintessential country music in the 21st century.
Yep.
Brad Tursi has been a part of that journey for 10 years now. 2014 is the 10-year anniversary of the Old Dominion EP. So this is a really cool thing that he's doing. I don't know if he did it intentionally to mark the occasion, but he is releasing his very first solo project.
Yeah, it's called Parallel Love. It's out July 19th via Sony Music Nashville. And I don't want to ruin the article or the story he tells, but he has been working on this for a while, and he is the first one of the band to release a solo project, but he's not going anywhere. So I don't want to, like I said, ruin it. I want him to tell it in his words, but he's behind a lot of songs. I mean, he's behind a lot of their hits, and many of the country songs you hear right now or have heard on the radio. It's just amazing when you are a prominent songwriter, how much information, how many cool ideas you can churn out, and then you meet up with other songwriters, and then these big songs get produced from it.
It is really great. Here's our conversation with Brad Tursi. Brad Tursi, welcome to the Music Universe. How are you today, sir?
I'm pretty good. It's a beautiful day. It's gone down from 97 to 87 today, so it's a nice cool day in Nashville.
Absolutely. So, we are here to talk about your new solo project. Tell us about it and tell us why now was the right time to release something by yourself.
I mean, these songs, have been some of them been kicking around for 10, 12 years, and just in the process of living here for that long and writing so many songs, there's just a lot of songs that came to life that I knew weren't right for Old Dominion, and I've just I've sang them enough at my house on the couch that it was time to just kind of go in for fun and with no pressure at all, and just kind of see what happens in the studio. And honestly, I just kind of made it more for myself, and I've told this story before, but when I handed it in to the label and to management, they were like, "This is great. What's your plan?" And I said, Honestly, if you guys didn't like it, that was the end of my plan. I was just gonna send it to my mom and call it a day." But it was just a nice, really kind of a project for my own soul and for my own enjoyment.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And you have the full blessing of the band with this, correct?
Yeah, they were totally cool. Look, I mean, a lot of the music that we grew up loving, whether it be the Eagles or Pearl Jam or whoever, a lot of these bands, all those guys go off and do their own thing. So, as long as it wasn't gonna, you know, derail Old Dominion, they were fine, which it's not. I have no plans of leaving the band or anything.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you guys are making hit after hit. And I know this album drops July 19th. Anything that sticks out to you that you want to discuss about any of these songs that are on it?
I don't know. I mean, I just, for me, it was just refreshing to make. It's maybe something that sticks out a little from Old Dominion, and it just kind of maybe shows a little side of what I might bring to the band itself, and just hopefully it's something that people enjoy listening to, just to show another side of myself. So yeah.
Talk about the name of the album, Parallel Love. I love that.
Yeah, that obviously is a title of one of the songs, and
Yep.
that was just a concept that I was reading in one of these self-help books, one day, about like when you find a companion, a lover, or I mean, in this particular sense, um, that you don't have to be attached all the time, like, at the hip doing everything together. You're growing together, and sometimes you'll be ahead, sometimes you'll be behind, sometimes you'll see eye to eye, sometimes you won't, but you're kind of just you're growing up in a parallel sense like that. And after I realized that that kind of applies to all the themes in the record, of friendship, of music. Sometimes, you grow together, sometimes you grow apart, and this seemed like it kind of encompassed the whole, message of it.
Of that. I want to ask, what do you hope listeners, fans of Old Dominion who are going to discover this solo work, what do you hope they learn about you as an artist and as a person, separate from your work with the band, about you individually?
I guess just kind of a little bit more of my personality through the music, and my influences, and what I bring to the band. And you know, uh I don't do a whole lot of talking in the band, on stage or anything. So it'll be fun to play these my own shows, and for them to just see another side of me, and maybe a little more of my personality, and hopefully they like the music, and you know they um they embrace it as much as they do the Old Dominion stuff.
Yeah, and you have a few solo writes on this song as well as some co-writes with some big time songwriters.
Yeah, I think that was kind of, part of these, a lot of these songs I wrote by myself. And even some of the ones that I didn't, I sort of brought in, some courses, or something that was already kind of um had materialized a little bit. And Yeah, I think that's sort of what makes it what it is it's more, a lot of these songs are sort of really written from a first person thing. No, I'm not creating a story for, of whatever the idea was that particular day in the writing room. It's something, a lot of things that have actually happened to me that I'm writing about. So I think that's kind of what makes it a little bit different, a little more personal. And but sometimes it's easier to write songs like that when you're just writing really from what something that happened to you. It's all the information's there. You just have to, you know, pick out the cool words, and sing it.
Yeah,
That's
and to name a few of the songs you've written for other artists, Tyler Farr's a Guy Walks Into a Bar, Kenny Chesney's Save It for a Rainy Day, Luke Bryan's Light It Up. Those are some massive hits. I mean, how do you decide what Old Dominion or you want to record as opposed to publishing it and pushing it maybe to another artist?
Well, I mean, sometimes it can be topic, some things that I might not want to say myself, or Old Dominion doesn't feel comfortable saying. Or just the way the music sounds might not be right for us or myself, and we feel like it might be better for someone else. And also, I mean, in the beginning days, we weren't keeping any songs for ourselves. We were just trying to, we
Yeah.
just wanted anyone to record them.
Yeah.
But even a song like Save It for a Rainy Day, I mean, we play that every night in our set. I feel like, and we actually did a recording of it, but I feel like, Matthew Ramsey and myself wrote that song with Andrew Dorf, and I feel like that song could be an Old Dominion song, to be honest with you. You
Mhm.
know,
Well, you
You
guys
know,
recently released Can't Break Up Now with Megan Maroney. Can you tell us about that collaboration?
yeah, that was a song another one that had been kind of kicking around for a while, and it just we were just lucky that Megan, hopped on it with us. She's kind of really taken off right now, and everyone loved Tennessee Orange, and so that was kind of our first real collab that has gotten out there in the world. So yeah, it was really cool.
Well, I want to draw attention real quick to my new favorite collab that's out there, and it's not that old, but I don't believe I believe you guys played on tour with Kenny. Beer with My Friends. I mean, that's just a great just southern rock song, and I just love turning that up and listening to it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. He's a great friend and he's done a lot for us in our career and anytime he asks us to do anything really, we'll pretty much say yes. So.
Awesome.
Love it. And this, if I'm not mistaken, is the band's 10th year since the EP came out, celebrating 10 years. Uh, and it's been a wild ride for you guys. I mean, when you look back on this decade with a band, how have you changed as a person, as an artist, on this incredible musical journey that you've been on?
Oh God, I don't know. That could be a whole nother, you know, 5 episode special. You know, I it's crazy. Life is a crazy journey and I think we're just in general, we are we're very grateful as often as we can be, to realize that um 99% of people that try this, it doesn't work. And, the fact that we've been able to make all this music and, make our livelihood and make all these people happy. And it's really just it's hard to wrap your mind around, to be honest with you.
Brad cannot wait for Parallel Love on July 19th. Thank you so much for being with us. Really appreciate it. Cannot wait for everybody to get to hear it.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you again to Brad. Now on to some little bit of personal news for Buddy and I. Buddy, I think you have something you need to show these people.
Yep. Good pun there. Show Me Live. It's a new radio station in Southeast Missouri, East Central Missouri, and Southern Illinois that you and I are a big part of. We're going to have a daily show from 2 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. That time could change as we continue to grow and we get busier, but right now that's when you'll be able to hear us, and it's streaming now at showmelive.net. And it's going to be marketed to the Southeast Missouri region. So if you are back in my hometown and that area, St. Louis, you're going to be able to hear us. Just pull it up right now, showmelive.net, and you'll be able to hear us. And if it's 2 to 6 Central, you'll be hearing us live. There's no on demand yet as we're speaking, but we are working on that. It's a
I'll probably
groundbreaking
have a
new,
show. Yep.
yeah,
I'll probably have
groundbreaking new development that we're working on to cure a market that needs some community love right now from local media. So we're excited to be a big part of that. My first job was radio.
mhm.
I was 17, and that's what I know. I've always been fascinated by how it works, and we get to take basically our podcast and turn it into a 4 hour daily show. But the music universe is powering the music news. So you'll get to hear us talk about that and our endeavors. And it's still going to be FCC friendly, even though we're streaming because of our market. But we're really excited about this, and we've been on the air as of July 1st. So super excited.
Yes, I cannot wait for everybody to hear this. As of recording this, we haven't done our first show yet, so I'm really excited. But as you're listening to this, we will have done a few under our belt. So
Mhm.
this has been such a cool journey. I'm going to have probably an on-demand show focusing on community affairs in that region, which is where you grew up.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. It's really neat.
And
Our
I'll be
team
on
is excellent.
overnights
Yep.
Monday through Friday. Matt is gonna be overnights on the weekend. Again, all this is subject to change as we grow and our roles increase in different areas. But for now, that's our time. And You know, you can read all about it too at themusicuniverse.com. The press release is there, but check it out if you're in that market of East Central, Southeast Missouri, and Southern Illinois, including St. Louis. So there's a big city right there. The Arch and the Cardinals and everything. You can hear us from
I'm
the
already
Gateway
plotting
City.
my first trip.
I'm sure you are. So we're really excited, and we've launched with Blue Cheetah Media and some good friends of mine from my days at home, and we couldn't be more excited to be a part of this. So it's fun.
It really is. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. That's our news for now for the two of us. And that's it. Thank you again to Brad for the Music Universe podcast. I'm Matt.
And buddy, thanks for listening and watching. Thanks for checking us out also at themusicuniverse.com and at socials at the Music Uni. Take care.